So you may not have heard about this unless you're Canadian, but in 2008, a guy by the name of Vince Li was on a Greyhound bus, had some sort of psychotic episode, took out a knife, and decapitated the passenger sitting next to him, a man by the name of Tim McLean. Yeah, decapitated. Took the guy's fucking head off, and if that wasn't enough, he fucking ate parts of the dude, and then when the cops got there, held the head up to the bus window and taunted them with it. He was found not criminally responsible by our pussy justice system, who said he was schizophrenic and not aware what he was doing was wrong, and locked in a mental institution. And it was announced last week that now, only 4 years later, he'll be allowed supervised visits into the community. Now, I've always been on the fence about the death penalty because there are lots of cases where you can never know for sure. There were no witnesses, but the evidence points to someone being guilty of murder, or it was sort of an accident, or it seems kind of justified, but it's still illegal anyway, and they go to jail for the rest of their lives, and I'm fine with that. But when you've got witnesses, when you've got a guy who's so fucked up he didn't realize taking a guy's head off and eating parts of him was wrong, why wouldn't you just put the fucker down? We do it with dogs all the time. A pit bull decides a baby would make a delicious snack, eats it, and the dog gets put down. But for some reason we decided that human lives are worth more, even when the person's a sick fuck. Why? Why is a man who snapped and mentally ill and didn't know what he was doing worth more than a dog who didn't know what he was doing? I mean, it's just a dog, it saw food and tried to eat it. They're both animals. Why are we so quick to say, yeah, kill the dog, but the death penalty is so taboo? Is it because we figure there's no shortage of dogs? There's definitely no shortage of people either. We don't need to keep them all. We can get rid of the shitty ones. Opponents of the death penalty usually have 3 arguments. Number 1, we look like assholes if we kill someone who later turns out to be innocent. Number 2, it's not a deterrent. Murder stats aren't any lower in places with the death penalty. And number 3, that we as humans should not have the right to decide who lives or dies. That's God's job. So, to answer those, yeah, I don't want us to kill potentially innocent people either, so there's got to be a limit, making the death penalty to apply only in cases where the evidence could not be disputed in any way. You've got, say, video evidence of the crime being committed, or a busload of witnesses who watched a man carve another man's head off with a hunting knife. As for a deterrent, I don't give a shit if it's a deterrent. It'll certainly deter that person from killing again. They'll be dead. Can't kill again. Pretty simple. Plus, why should my tax dollars go to feed them and house them and protect them? No one pays for me to spend all day eating, sleeping, and exercising, and I've never mercilessly slaughtered a man in cold blood and then decided to take a few bites out of the corpse. And the God argument? Well, even if old spaceman Spiff does exist, I've said this before, there's like a few trillion life forms on Earth between humans, animals, plants, bugs. He doesn't have time to worry about it. If he created everything on Earth, then to him, humans would be at the same priority level as a fucking praying mantis. Do you think he's getting pissed off at those things killing each other? No, he doesn't give a shit. If he created us, he'd want us to figure out our own shit. Never mind giving Vincent Li supervised visits out into the world again. Never mind locking him back up at night either. Just take him to the same vet they used to dispose of the unstable or unwanted dogs and be done with it.